but back in the 2013. Yeah, it's really, really cool. A la Abbey Road, a la the Beatles, right there. Phil, Stu, Alan and Doug crossing, and you can see the Strat in the background there. Really, really cool stuff. In addition to the artwork that's all around here, because of course it's the Arts District, so really, really cool. You have to pay to park down here at the Arts District, which I'm not a fan of, simply because they're trying to develop this area. You know, if you're trying to really bring people into your property, charging money for it, I don't know. So here we are back at Imperial, but that's pretty cool, and that's a part of Hollywood movie history too. So very cool stuff. And you see Nevada Brew Works over there on the right. There is a restaurant. In fact, it's really cool, Excel. I was there in February, and I was just thinking this today. I need to do another video up there. They are on, yes, center stage again, yes. At 11, I believe. First Street, yeah. First Street stage. I might try and go live during Bling. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. They'll probably have Club Clyde going down there, but Bling is usually when there's a good crowd down there. Bling, like last weekend. And I did Bling at like 11 to from like 11 to 1. There was an awesome crowd there. People were really into it and everything. Last night it didn't seem that way. I don't know. They were all hanging far back from that gate there, and I don't know. 8 p.m. on First, so that's Dr. Rock, and on the First Street stage. Sugar is on the Main Street stage to the left, and then Alter Ego's over there off of 3rd Street, this 3rd Street stage next to Four Queens. So I'm going to try and bounce between Sugar and Dr. Rock. We'll see how it goes. Maybe do the first hour of Sugar and then the second hour of Dr. Rock. And when Sugar's first hour usually is good music. I mean, all the music is good, but like they tend to go back in the 80s, especially during the last hour, I've noticed. So, not that that's a bad thing, but it's going to be the same thing that Dr. Rock plays. Dr. Rock doesn't play like, Kryptonite by Three Doors Down or any of the, I call them the American Pie series of songs, right? That Blink 182 and all that stuff. Jimmy Eats World. Yeah, I know. I'm like, what is going on? Did they like scare people? I'm like, what? Why are you guys hanging so far back? That's so wild. So this is Main Street right here, still, and we want to find the English Hotel, and there it is on the right. So meet me in Midtown. It says right there. They're trying to build this area as Midtown. Nicolas Cage, the actor, has been known to park his car and go hang out in here, have some food, etc. Right here off of Main Street. I like to point that out. We love TV and movie history as well here on the VegasDon channel, so that's a big deal for us, for me. Love that stuff. So now on Hoover Avenue, named after the vacuum. Just kidding. Probably named after Herbert Hoover, after whom Hoover Dam is named. You have all these little red lights in here. They should just call the whole town the Red Light District. Brown Law Office over here off to the left. 58 of you here. Thank you guys so much. Please like and subscribe. Oh, they tried. Okay. Yeah, I know. It's weird. I'm like, what is happening? I've never seen this before. Why are you guys hanging so far back? Usually front row is front row, right? Goes fast. I couldn't figure that out. And if at this point one of my mods would please drop the links for Vegas Unlocked, as well as vids from Mike and Cinnamon and Jupiter. Thank you so much, you guys. You guys don't have a stop sign. The tow truck is messing with me here. After Hubert, okay, cool. Interesting footnote. It is said that Herbert Hoover, who was president, of course, back then, he was pretty much lackadaisical and ineffectual during his presidency, because that was during the Great Depression, and that was the reason that he lost, because he figured that the market would correct itself, and it kind of didn't. You know, when folks are standing at soup kitchens and stuff like that just to be able to eat and stuff, that was one of the reasons they said he lost to FDR. Well, that and the fact that FDR promised to bring alcohol back, end prohibition and all that, let the good times roll and all that back in that time. But yeah, Herbert Hoover, back in the 20s, he was, well, we're in the 20s now, but the 1920s. And here on the right, Gold and Silver Pawn Shop, which you might recall from the History Channel's TV show. If you've ever watched it, Rick Harrison and crew. Always like coming through here. Not as busy as it was last weekend. And then over here off to the right, you have Pawn Plaza, which was also part of Rick's brainchild. That place opened up in 2015. Shout out to Mike, vids from Mike, from helping me remember that one. As well as 89 over here for the pawn shop, the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop here. Shout out to Tobin and Mike for helping me out with that one. Takes me a minute or two to remember these things. Yes, me too, Excel. Me too, and then just, yeah. He just started, it seemed like he was starting to rip people off, and it was like, I mean, I get that, you know, you can't, there's no price on sentimentality and all that, but some people, you know, they get really attached to things. They try and, you know, get top dollar for them. But that's not what a pawn shop does. A pawn shop wouldn't make any money if they sold stuff at more than what top dollar would be, because no one would ever buy it. So yes, the now world famous Gold and Silver Pawn Shop right there. Yeah, Condor, I mean, they're having great deals right now, but I think those deals are going to end come Labor Day, because once football season starts, the crowds really start returning. At least that's been the trend. We'll see if that holds true this year. But once football season starts, people start heading back to Vegas. And of course, once the weather cools down, October especially, last year was really busy down here. And then November is the Formula One race that screws everything up. Again, if you're new, please like and subscribe. Really appreciate you guys being here. Again, we do all things Vegas here on the VegasDon channel on YouTube. Yes, that's very good advice too, Michael. Thank you. That's very, very true. I would say right there on Fremont. I see some of the live streamers, they park their cars like far away from Fremont, and I'm like, oh my God. You know, when they're ending their live streams and stuff, I'm like, oh my God. I hope you're okay. I hope nothing happens to you over there, man. That's a good walk over there for a lot of these guys, and some of those areas up there, sketchy doesn't quite begin to describe it. So come up here to Carson Avenue, named after Johnny Carson. Just kidding. There is the Fremont Street parking garage right there. They want $25 a night in there to park, or $25, you know, if you want to come down to Fremont. You might have better luck at one of the city-owned lots around town here, or around downtown. El Cortez is $11. But when they do special events, a lot of these city-owned lots will jack their prices out. They'll pretty much double them. jack their prices up. When the special events are like those concerts and stuff, like what was it, AWOL Nation and Gym Class Heroes that was here last weekend. Fremont Hotel. Does anyone have any experience with Fremont Hotel? Boyd Gaming owns Fremont. They also own Samstown and Aliante, I believe. It's Aliante, yeah. Kit Carson. There we go. Right on. Thank you, Michael.